Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Sunday afternoon. I just got done uploading the pros and cons of homeownership video. So now I'm actually starting a new video, but the same day. So this is just going to be kind of like a day in the life, daily vlog, whatever you want to call it. I did bring up the Easter stuff, so I'm going to show you some of the Easter crafts I did last year. We're going to get those put up, so we need some Easter in the house. We are having more winter days again. All the snow has melted from that snowfall, but it's still only like in the 30s and low 40s and windy and cool. So, but we're still going to get some Easter in the house. We're going to make it look like spring somehow. But I think we're going to get 50 degrees in a few days, but then it goes back down to the 40s. But we expect this kind of weather here in the Midwest at this time of the year because it's the Midwest and that's just how it works. So right now I'm toasting bean and cheese, refried beans, bean and cheese toasted taco on flour tortilla. So that's on there right now, so I'm going to get in there. And I'm going to have that for lunch. I got Glen some chicken noodle soup for lunch. He's not feeling the greatest. And please keep Glen in your prayers. He's going through a lot of pain right now. And he's just going through some stuff right now. So if you can please keep him in your prayers, I would appreciate that. So thank you so much. So yeah. I've got some dishes to do, of course. That's a normal thing now. But I've got some, I'm going to vacuum and we got to empty the litter boxes. I've got a load of laundry in right now. But eventually I actually do want to take all the Easter stuff out. But I want to see what crafts I want to make next. So yeah. So let's just hang out today and see what we do. Alright, so here is my toasted bean and cheese taco. It's a pretty good sized flour tortilla. You can see this is a 12-inch griddle and it goes from top to bottom. So I'm going to see if that needs to be flipped now. So I'm going to finish cooking this and have lunch and then we'll see what we do next. Hey everyone, so I finished eating lunch and it's almost 3:30 now. It's about 3:20 and I'm outside with Gypsy. She had to come outside, but you can probably see it was raining and now it's turned into snow, but it is cold outside. I think it's like 30 something degrees with the real feel of 28 or something. But yeah, just thought I'd show you what our weather's like. I'll turn the camera around, maybe you can get a little better view. Yep, it's definitely snowing now. Hopefully it doesn't stick. I don't think it'll accumulate or anything. Gypsy's just sniffing around. I swear she's a sniffing dog. If I let her just sniff for a half hour, she would do it. So. Gypsy, 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 look at Mama. You can see the snow accumulating on Gypsy. Something's got her attention. What do you hear, baby? I hear something too. It's almost like a it's almost like a puppy or something. You hear something, baby? Gypsy, look at Mama. You can see her sniffer going. And she's turning as I'm trying to get the camera on her. Hey. She's definitely being stubborn right now. So, alright. we're just going to do whatever she has to do out here and then head back in the house. My hands are cold just from holding the phone. So I will get back with you guys in a bit. All right, everyone. So it's, what time is it, babe? It's 4:45 now. I'm in the process of vacuuming in the living room, and then I'm going to go in Glen's room. So there's a TV tray in there that has a blanket on it because Prissy likes to lay on it. So we actually keep the TV tray in there for her to lay on, but it's a very small room, and we have Glen's wheelchair in there and then a table he uses. So we're actually going to take that TV tray out of there so we can move the wheelchair because with all of Glen's pain, he's actually trying to work out his legs and there's just not enough room in there. So I got to move the wheelchair and make it more feasible for him to get up with the walker and move his legs and just try to work him out. So that's what I'm going to do in there. What is that, babe? No, I haven't told him that. So, yeah, was that yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday he was going to get in the wheelchair, and he's been having a lot of body pain. And he got up on the walker. Yeah, my hair's a mess. I'm vacuuming. I'm warm. The furnace was just running. But anyway, he got off the bed with the walker, and he was going to turn around to get in the wheelchair and sit in there for a while. But he literally could not move any of his legs, not an eighth of an inch would they move. He couldn't lift them, he couldn't move them, nothing. So we decided that, yeah, I mean, if you guys remember in the springtime, last spring, where he fell and he hurt his ankle and he was bedridden for like 2 months. Well, he's been in bed for like 2 months now. And yeah, it's hard for people to understand that don't deal with this on a daily basis, but I'm just trying to explain it as best as possible. So we're trying to get him to move his muscles, and yesterday he just could not move his legs. He could get out of bed and get on the walker, but he couldn't like slide his legs, his feet to walk. So we said, well, you're just going to have to, we decided he's just going to have to, even if he didn't try to move to the wheelchair, just get up from the bed, hold on to the walker, and try to move his feet. And he's going to have to work that out like that. So he did it earlier, and he was much better than yesterday. He actually moved his feet today. So that's why we said move the other table out, make some room for the wheelchair in the other corner so he can try to walk at least to the wheelchair, or make it more feasible to work out his legs and get to the wheelchair. So, and like he's been having tons of back pain, chest pain, leg pain, everything's been hurting on him. I just got done rubbing, what's that cream, babe? Let me go get that cream. All right, everyone. So I stopped the video just to get that cream. I was going to show you what Glen's using. It's been sent to us in friend mail, and it helps his, does it help you a lot, babe?
Well, I moved today.
Yeah, so this is the cream he's been using. I don't know if that's focused, but it's been sent to us in friend mail, and he rubs it on his knees. So last night you rubbed it on?
Last night I rubbed it.
So last night.
10 minutes per knee.
Okay. He spent like 10 minutes on each knee rubbing this on till his knees literally turned red to really burn it in. And then he got up. Today, we tried to get him to move his legs, and he was able to move his legs more today. And his feet were able to move, but
I moved them 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah.
It's more than.
Yeah, it was only a couple inches each foot and that he moved, but it was way more than yesterday.
Yesterday, my feet or my legs felt like they were in concrete.
Yeah, and I don't know if you could hear him, and I don't want to keep repeating what he says. I think you can hear him, so I'm going to stop the video, replay it to see if you can hear him. That way, if he talks from here on out, I know I don't have to repeat it, so I'll be back. All right, everyone. So we could hear that you could hear Glenn in the video, so I won't repeat everything he's saying. But he wanted me to go back to really explain him being in bed as long as he has been.
This last time.
Yeah, right now.
Yes.
So this is earlier when I said he fell this spring and he was in bed for 2 months. He was bedridden for 2 months, and then I went on to say he's been in bed for 2 months. He said it sounded like it was just all from spring or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Spring was my sprained ankles.
yeah, the fall and
And
springtime.
my bad knees.
The fall and springtime was his bad knee and his sprained ankle, and that was a whole different situation. So now what has happened, which we haven't revealed to you guys, we haven't talked about it, because he didn't really want it on YouTube at the time, but he said it would make more sense to explain what happened, and it would make sense as to why he's been bedridden for 2 months, this past 2 months since it happened. So what had happened was, I'm going to go get a tripod because I'm holding the phone and I didn't expect to explain all of this, but I'm going to go get a tripod so I can explain it without my arm falling off. So I'll be back. All right, guys. So I have you on a tripod now, and Glenn is okay with me explaining how this all started, where he has become bedridden for the past 2 months.
They know most of our life already, so.
Yeah, he said, might as well tell them. They know most of our lives already.
The private person I was.
Yeah. So what had happened, it was a Friday night, I think it was. Yeah. The day doesn't matter, but I remember it was a Friday night. And we tell you guys details, but we don't tell you all the details because just trying to be as private as possible, but sometimes you have to explain everything. I'm in Glenn's room, by the way, so I'm sitting right across from him. But anyway, he was on the toilet. He was going to the bathroom, and if you're someone who doesn't like to hear real life, then you might as well shut off the video. So he was on the toilet. Now, up to that point, when he came in the house for the winter season, when did you come in?
After Thanksgiving.
No, after, because this was the first Thanksgiving you were in the trailer.
Okay.
So right after Thanksgiving, he came in the trailer. And up to 2 months ago, it doesn't even hardly seem like it's been 2 months. Think it was 2 months ago?
That I've been in bed?
Yeah.
Easy 2 months.
So anyway, he was walking from the bedroom to the bathroom, which is probably 20 feet maybe.
With my walker.
With his walker. He couldn't do that on his own. And we have to kind of explain everything because people ask, why didn't he just wheelchair? I've said it before, our house is small. Our hallways are small. The doorways are not standard sized doorways, so
even standard size.
Yeah, even a standard sized doorway, the wheelchair wouldn't fit through. So he has to use his walker to walk from the bedroom to the bathroom, which is about 20 feet. You think?
No. 15 at the most.
Okay, 15 feet. And he was able to do that. Barely. He could barely do that. By the time he got to the bathroom, if he didn't sit down on the toilet as soon as possible, he was done. And what happens is when he stands up, even leaning on a walker or something, and he's standing up for any amount of time, just standing still, his legs will start to give out. And that's what happened. So that day, he went to the bathroom. He walked to the bathroom with his walker on his own. I didn't have to help him with the bathroom at that time. And he sat down on the toilet. He was ready to get up, right? You were done. He was ready to get up.
I sit down. This is going to be real.
Yeah, he's going to get real personal, so...
I sit down to pee.
Yep.
Because I can't stand. And if they know any fat people And the actual obese people, every obese person does that.
Okay.
So I was sitting down to pee.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys heard that. So yeah, he's just going to give you the details here. So he sat down to pee and he was done. But before that, do you want to go into details as to why you were standing so long? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
See, I haven't talked about this because he asked me not to put it on YouTube, and I wouldn't have anyway, because these things are very private and personal. So
I don't know how to explain this. All of a sudden I got a real burning.
yeah, he loses control of his movements, or not the bowel movement, but his urine movement. He, at times, if he doesn't reach the bathroom fast enough, he loses control.
My kidneys are bad.
Yes. So what happened was he walked to the bathroom. He walked there just fine, but he was starting to lose control of his urine. And
all of a sudden it just came out.
Yeah, all of a sudden he stepped into the bathroom and all his urine just came out. It just all over the floor. And he can't move at that point, because if he steps on anything wet, he's going to slip and fall. And so he had to stand still until I could get it all cleaned up and dried up so he could move his feet to maneuver wherever he had to go.
I leaned on the sink.
Yeah, he was leaning on the sink at this point. So he sat down on the toilet after I got it, because you hadn't even made it to the toilet yet. So all this happened before he even made it to the toilet.
I had to sit down.
Yeah,
somewhere.
at some point he has to just sit down somewhere. So I got it all wiped up quickly and dried up so his feet can move, and he sat down on the toilet. There was nothing left to pee, but he just had to sit down. And the toilet being lower standard size height, because he was standing for so long, his knees and his legs gave out at that point. They were not going to move anymore. So
I normally pull myself up on the sink.
Yep.
Off the toilet.
Yep. So the kitchen or the bathroom sink is his leverage to pull himself up. And even using that, he could not do it. His legs were not going to work at this point. So, and we spent a couple hours?
Hours.
We were doing this for a couple hours, trying to figure out how we were going to get him off the toilet onto his wheelchair, which was in the hallway still, but at the doorway of the bathroom.
Because the wheelchair just wouldn't be big enough.
Yep. And from where the toilet is to where the wheelchair was only, like 5 feet?
2 feet?
Maybe 3. 3 at the most. Okay? So we're talking 3 feet. He would have just had to walk to the wheelchair. That's easy for some to say, but he couldn't even get off the toilet. And so we struggled for 2 hours. So what we finally did, and you have to understand, he's getting really super stressed at this point.
And weaker and weaker.
Yep, he's getting weaker and stressed because he's using all of his body might to try to get up, and it's making him weaker. I'm trying to keep from getting stressed to not make him more stressed. So I'm trying to stay calm, and what we decided to do was bring in one of the kitchen chairs, a wooden chair, because the wheelchair would not fit through the bathroom door. So we brought the chair in to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Next to the toilet. And now were you were able to get up just enough to get, or you slid?
I slid.
He slid.
That took me about a good half an hour.
Yep. This step took a half hour, he said, and I believe it. He slid slowly, inch by inch, from the toilet to sitting on this chair. So now we've got him off the toilet and onto the chair, and now to get the chair to the bathroom door with him on it and get him to the wheelchair.
This chair is not a real strong chair.
Yeah, for a guy his size, it's not a strong
I'm guessing
chair.
right now 450.
Yeah. So he weighs about 450. And this chair for a big guy like that is probably not a strong chair. But that's all we had to work with at this time. So he's on the chair and he has no more strength left. But he somehow pulls it out of him. Inch by inch again. This probably takes us another hour and a half to complete this process, but he scooted the chair from the toilet, where the toilet was, to the door.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're literally just talking 2 feet, maybe 1.5 at this point, and he's scooting himself on the chair as close to the door as he can get. But now he's facing forward, and he would have to get up and turn himself around to sit in the wheelchair. He had no strength for that. So now he got himself from facing forward to maneuvering the chair to be sideways with the door. That way he can scoot from the chair onto the wheelchair. And it may sound like an easy process, but like we said, with a bigger guy like him, it's a very long process. It's inch by inch. And it took a lot of tries for him to get himself to push himself up a little bit, at least to scoot onto the wheelchair. Or actually, he had to stand up, right?
Did I use my walker too?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't
think
I honestly don't remember that whole part.
I don't think we could fit the walker in there. So you were basically using, he had one hand on the wheelchair and one hand on the countertop. Okay. And he was pushing himself up that way. And it took about 10 times to finally get himself to push he was grunting. He was like giving it all his might, grunting, and he finally got himself up enough where I had to. Now I'm on the outside of the hallway, right? I'm behind the wheelchair, but now I have to somehow quick get that chair out of his way so he can turn around and get in the
wheelchair.
Yeah, so I had to quick push that chair out of the way, and then he could fall into the wheelchair, but I still had to be behind the wheelchair. It was locked, but with all that weight coming back, we didn't want any chance of it falling backwards or anything, because then that would have been a whole nother nightmare. So since then, he has been bedridden, and he has not been able to walk to the bathroom. I don't know how
long it took from the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Or from the walker to the bed.
So that was the last part that we had to do. Now he's in the wheelchair, and now I've got to turn him around to face the bedroom, and all I could do is push him to the bedroom entrance because the doorway is too small for the wheelchair. So now I had to leave a little space open because I had to get in the bedroom, get him the walker, but I always have to hold the walker in case it rolls forward. So yeah, that's what I did.
I really don't remember how I went from here to there.
Well, you ended up walking from there to here. So I got the walker, I'm holding onto the walker, and at this point, you know what? He had some rest time. Remember, once you were in the wheelchair, you went into the living room to sit for a while.
That's right.
So he had some time to rest his legs. So once he got in the wheelchair, we wheeled him into the living room, and
to try to recoup.
Yep, to recoup some strength into his body and legs. So he sat there for a good hour, hour to hour and a half maybe. And we said, okay, he was ready to go in the bedroom because sometimes he just can't sit in the wheelchair for a long period of time either. And so we were ready to try it. And so I willed him to the bedroom door, and then I had to get in the bedroom. I had to leave him pulled out a little bit so I can squeeze into the bedroom, get the walker. And by that time, he had built up, rested enough to get some more strength in his body. So he was able to get off the wheelchair. He used the walker to walk from the bedroom door to his bed, and that's where he has been.
Because we didn't want to go through that whole routine again.
Yep, we didn't want to take a chance that he would get stuck on the toilet again, and we would have to go through that all over again. So what we have been doing, and this is where I've been talking about timing, is he basically...
We don't have to worry about a bowel movement.
Yeah.
Because I regulate that with
milk and magnesium. Yeah. But for peeing, where's the pee bottle? Well, we have a pee bottle.
It's a plastic urinal.
Yeah, it's a plastic portable urinal for guys. And I basically have to hold it up to him because he pees laying down. And I have to hold it there so he can pee. So that's how he has been peeing since that day. And that's why I have to time everything, is because he pees
5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, we were figuring every 5 to 6 hours. So once he pees, then I got about 4 to 6 hours maybe. When it comes to like the 4th hour, then I'm it's kind of iffy now whether I can do anything. So I know I can't leave anywhere. But if it's right after he pees, then I can jet somewhere, get whatever I need to get done, and get back home. So there you have details now. Now you know what I mean when I say I have to time everything right. I have to hold the urinal to him so he can pee. And then while we're on the subject, I'll just show you the things we use in his situation now. So I'll be right back. Where did I leave off? Oh, I was just in a most recent video. I said I was going to do a video and show you guys the things we use on a daily basis for somebody who is disabled.
Or you can't say disability anymore.
Oh yeah. So I was just telling Glenn about that. I hadn't told him before because he just hasn't been feeling good. But somebody made a comment on the video that they love my videos, enjoy my videos, but if I could please stop using the word disability because it ruins the video. And people don't use that word anymore. So that automatically just really irked me, really pissed me off.
I'm glad I didn't see the comment.
Yes, I actually deleted the comment and blocked the person before Glenn could get to it because he would have ripped them a new hole. And when I see stuff like that, I tend to keep it to myself because I don't want to upset Glenn. So yeah, he never saw that comment, but I did just tell him about it. So yeah, that pissed me off. And another comment, and I normally don't address comments like this. I don't, every now and a blue moon I will, but these two comments really just pissed me off. When I asked you guys, when I told you guys the story of me being homeless, and I asked if you wanted to hear more stories, you guys were great about it. I appreciate all your comments. But this person made the comment, putting your laundry in public is not my cup of tea. And that just really boiled my blood because you just reduced my life to laundry. I know it's what I'm trying to say. I know it's just a term people call is laundry, but it just felt like I just opened up to the whole world my situation, and you just reduced my life to laundry. So yeah, I deleted that one as well and blocked. So, and these people were longtime subscribers, and I hope I blocked them. I think I blocked them. I know I deleted the comments. I thought I blocked them. But if they show up again, just know you're going to be blocked.
We're open to any free speech.
Yep.
But don't go knocking us.
Yep. So we put our lives out there to the world, just as all YouTube content creators throw their lives out there for you to either learn from our experiences or to make you feel like you're not alone.
Anybody like me that's obese, very obese, they'll understand what we're going through.
Yep.
And they'll know what we're going through.
Yep. And that's why I always say, for those of you that don't deal with our kind of situation, might not understand.
And we're not letting this open, or I'm not letting this open for anybody to feel pity for me. Because that's the furthest thing I want. I don't want any pity.
So there you heard Glenn. But yes, don't knock us or, put our lives down or whatever.
Hopefully we're helping somebody that's like me, that is obese, that's probably going through life by themselves.
Yep. And has no one.
Now they realize, oh shit, I'm not the only one that's...
Yeah. And if we can be here for you just in the form of a video and help you get through day by day, then we're doing something good. So just know, if you make comments like that, I'm not going to respond to them, but I am going to block you from the channel, and I don't care how long you've been with the channel, because if you can't just keep it to yourself or just...
Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't watch it.
It's as easy as shutting that channel off.
Yep, exactly. So that's that, and that's all the time I'm going to give those people. All right? So let's get on to what I'm going to do. I told you I was going to show you things we use daily.
And again, this might help somebody that's never done this.
Yeah.
That is bedridden.
Yep. So if we can help somebody out there by showing you the things we use, by telling you how we deal with things, then we're doing good then, okay?
I mean, there might be a male out there that has a catheter shoved in him.
Yep.
And I've been told catheters hurt severely.
Yep.
This is a great thing to do.
Yep. So I'm going to show you how the things we use to help Glenn pee and do that. You might as well go all the way and do number 2. So again, if you don't like the details, please shut the video off. All right. So the first thing is portable urinal for guys. All right. I ordered these. We had one from the hospital when he went to the hospital the last time. They had me help him pee, and we said we're taking that home. So I'm glad we did, because we needed it when all this happened. So, but it ended up getting a crack in the corner. It didn't leak or anything. I put tape all over it. But meanwhile, I had ordered this off of Amazon, and it's much sturdier. And so I actually have to put this up to him so he can pee. And people are going to say, probably have something to say about using paper towels, but it helps us with cleanup and stuff. We don't have the washer or dryer capacity to just wash cloths all the time. We don't. So I use paper towels all the time. When he goes pee, I think it was Sharon. I think it was you, Sharon, that sent us a whole roll of these. I think it was you. City garbage bags, yard waste only, from the town of Lima. I think it was you that sent that. I could be wrong, but thank you for sending these, whoever did, if it wasn't you, because these have come in handy. So what I do is, they're big bags. I fold it in half, and I scoot it under his butt, so So if the bottle leaks, if I don't get it right and there's any leakage, it doesn't get on the bed. So I have that under his butt. I fold paper towels and I line them all under his butt and everywhere else. So because this isn't foolproof, because I have to just maneuver it right in there. Okay? So yes, we go through paper towels, and that's why I always have paper towels on my Amazon wish list, because they're a need. I don't use them as much in the kitchen, but I do need them for helping Glenn go to the bathroom. So we use the urinal, the paper towels.
This is probably the most private part.
Yes,
of any of our life.
This is very private, and the fact that we're willing to share it with you, please
respect us.
Yes, just respect us for doing so, and don't be cruel. Elvis said so. Don't be cruel. So, all right. Gloves. I use gloves to help him go to the bathroom. More so, especially on number 2, because I have to deal with number 2 as well. And these body wipes, we had purchased some on Amazon, and then we threw them on the wish list because we knew we were going to go through these. And somebody actually sent us some of these from Amazon, so we appreciate. And a part of showing you all this is because to show you the things like this that we put on our Amazon wish list is not for nothing. It's because we use them on a daily basis. And I clean.
And we're not asking anybody.
No. We're not asking you to, we're just trying to show you, maybe help somebody who, like Glenn said, is going through this by themselves.
But you don't, because those are big wipes. They probably don't know about that.
They're big body wipes. They're really big. They're strong. And so what I do when Glenn goes pee is I basically wipe his whole crotch area and clean his crotch area when he goes pee.
But it's not that you have to?
No.
Because I'm really not leaking anything?
No, he's not really leaking anything. Sometimes I don't aim the bottle right, and sometimes he leaks stuff. But
it still is a good way for hygiene.
Yeah, it's just personal hygiene to clean them all the time. So yeah, I think I covered everything. So those are the things we use daily. Now, when he goes number 2, it's a little more. Oh, I didn't bring one in. Those blue things we got from the food pantry. Well,
First you put that down.
Huh?
First you put that down.
Yeah. This bag, we use a different one. This is for peeing. The other one, I use a different one to scoot under his butt when he goes number 2. And then on top of that, I put that blue thing that we got at the food pantry, the big bed pads.
Is it called like
it's like a sky blue. And
diaper almost?
Yeah, it's almost like a diaper. And then I put it on top of the plastic bag.
And don't say I should wear a diaper.
Yes, he's not going to wear a diaper. And then on top of that, I put paper towels to catch it. I mean, we're trying to remove it as easy as possible. And please, if you're disgusted by this conversation, leave the video, but leave your comments to yourself. All right? So this is life. This is real life for us, and this is how we live.
This is 24/7.
Yep. This is how we live every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
It's easier when I'm in the trailer.
Yep. But we don't know that yet.
I don't know if I'll even get in the trailer.
Well, right now, yeah. So now, Glenn going number 2 is not as often as the normal person. Before I even got here, he went like once a month. He said, I feel like going, but maybe I'll go next week. And it was a joke at that time. But now he actually has to use milk of magnesia to help him go.
Well, it's over a week.
Yeah. It was last week when you went.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't take it, he really literally doesn't go. And I think it all has to do with
Rupture.
his stomach rupture, which is the stomach hernia. But
If
again, they won't help him with that. So
my hernia is bigger right now, well, you can see how it's sticking up.
yeah,
It's bigger than a basketball.
yeah. So and
And when it was almost pea size, they didn't want to do it because I was too heavy back then.
yeah,
And back then I was probably, what, 200 pounds?
yeah. So in order for him to go number 2, he literally does have to take milk of magnesia, and I have to do all that process to clean it up. I do have a mask that I wear. I wear the gloves, and that's kind of why we put the paper towels.
So anybody, don't think your shit don't stink.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, guys. You know, I know you guys probably didn't want to hear the graphics, but that's our everyday life. That's real life, and yeah, it did take us a while to really open up about this because it was personal and private. But if it helps somebody out there that's going through this alone,
Or if anyone that's obese that has questions,
yeah,
I don't know if I can help you out.
yep. So that's it, guys. So now that's why I'm trying to maneuver stuff in the room so he can really work out his legs now and get up with his walker and try to walk a little bit. And
Well, at one time I was over 500.
yeah. So
the last time I was when I fell there, I was what, 450 or
450. Yeah.
440 or something like that?
Yeah. So yeah, at one time he was over 500 or about 500.
Over 500.
Yeah, and he is down to like 450 now. Well, actually, no, the last time he went to the hospital, it was, like he said, 440 something. So yeah, there it is, guys. Now you know the whole story. There's very little that's not been said. But this is our life. We live every day. And so.
I was really down yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday when his legs didn't move. I'm probably going to get emotional now. Because he's already crying. But he pretty much figured life as he knew it was over. And he didn't want to live this way. And what could I say to comfort that? I don't feel his pain. All I do is help with what he's doing. I help him go to the bathroom. I help him do whatever, and I can't fix those words with words.
And for the past 2 weeks, for all of a sudden my pain just got so severe.
Yep. Yeah, the last 2 weeks, his whole body hurts. And please, don't say just take him to the doctor, because they don't do anything for him.
The last time when I fell was over $4,000.
Yep.
The doctor bill.
Yep, that doctor bill is $4,000, over $4,000.
And don't say, why don't I get Medicaid? Was it Medicaid that I could have gotten?
Well, that's what you would get as a senior.
As a senior.
Yeah.
But it was over $300, close to $400.
Yeah.
Well, it's either eating.
Yeah. So these are life struggles. You choose between health insurance or paying bills and eating. So these are the struggles of life. To say just go to the doctor is easy to say when you're on that side of the camera and not dealing with it.
My hospital bill is paid for.
But the ambulance ones.
No, that's Part A of Medicare, but whatever it is.
But even when he does go to the hospital, they do the very minimal. Even with your ankle. Remember, they didn't even look at the other one.
I told them my knees.
Yep, and they never even did
anything. They never
anything.
x-rayed my knee or my other ankle.
Yep, so yeah, he's been having some body aches and pains the last 2 weeks, and that's why earlier. I asked you to keep him in your prayers. And so...
And yesterday I tried to get up just so when spring does, well, more summer comes here, I can walk.
Yeah.
Or I can try to walk.
So
But when it happened yesterday, I just...
Yeah, he lost all faith yesterday when his legs would not move an eighth of an inch. And this is where...
I knew I had to get out of it.
Yeah. And I told him, let's just take it day by day. Let's have you at least try to stand with the walker to work your legs out more. But when you're in that emotional time, you don't want to hear that. But he had to come to it on his own, and he did. So
everything I loved, fishing, the flying, going out with you, just taking truck rides, was gone.
Yeah. So he felt like everything was gone yesterday. All that we did. But today his legs moved, so we have hope. And so we also deal with the emotional part, and we fight so bad to keep the depression away. And I know a lot of you ask questions, but to talk about it is hard.
Anytime they see me, they see my smiley face.
But deep down, there's something else. So
all I want to do is get back to being able to go back outside.
And that's
Get
all
in the
we
truck.
want. Yep. That's all we want is for him to go out in the spring and summer so he can enjoy life, enjoy the fresh air. I was not planning at all for this video to turn out this way. But I guess once we started talking about one thing, we had to let you know how it actually started. And
people are going to say, tell them to lose weight.
yeah, it's easy to say that.
It's easy to say when you can't move your legs.
Yeah.
When you can't motivate. I know people have done it.
Yeah. And he did lose weight. When we stopped drinking soda, he was feeling so much better, and he lost weight, and his shorts were getting loose on him.
They started falling off.
Yeah, they started falling off on him. So
I thought about going back to just water now.
So yeah, it just, have we had soda since then? Yeah, we have. It's like that drug you just have to go back to. But I think at times I found it easier to not drink it than he did, and at times he felt it was easier for him to not drink it more so than me.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't choose any drugs.
Yeah. Soda is our drug.
Yeah.
And we have dropped it so many times. But, hey baby, Gypsy's right here. And she knows when something's wrong too. Gypsy knows for sure. Hi, Gypsy. She just perked up. She knows when Papa's not feeling good, when something's wrong with both of us. And she gets that sad look like, what's wrong, guys? Oh, baby. Yeah, you're such a good girl. Yeah. But, well, now that it's been how long? I'm going to just finish vacuuming in the living room and try to get this room situated for Glen. And,
I just hope us talking about this helps somebody that's somewhat in my predicament.
Yep. So, if we help somebody, then we did a good thing. So.
I know it was a little gross, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, you can call it gross.
But it's a body movement.
But everybody does it. Not everybody talks about it, but when you're in life situations, and we're trying to help you understand what we do and how we live and what we have to do every day, then sometimes you got to talk about it. But it's as easy as clicking off the video if you don't want to hear it. So, but I think I'm going to end the video right here. And because I'm sure it's long now. We talked a long time. And I guess anything from here on out, if I record, we'll put on the next video. Anything else,
like I
Ben?
said, I don't want no pity. Don't feel sorry for me. Because, again, however I am, there's people out there that are much worse.
Yeah. So, we're still grateful for
I was
everything we
feeling sorry
have.
for myself yesterday. And I knew I was.
But in the moment when that's happening, it's easy to do that. But the good thing is you came out of it on your own. I didn't have to push you. So there's that. So he got up and he tried again today, and now his feet are moving, his legs are moving, and we can just go forward from here. So
if it works, thank God. If it don't work, I don't know what I'm going to do.
we just have to make it work. So, all right, guys. So thank you all for listening. We hope it helps somebody out there. And thank you for taking time out of your day to watch these videos. We appreciate all of you and the support you give my channel. And please keep your rude comments. If anybody's going to make rude comments, keep them to yourself. I'll just hide you from the channel, which means I'll block you from the channel. And I don't care how long you've been with the channel. So, but
We're not trying to be assholes.
No,
you're
we're
the
not.
one that's going to be the asshole if you do make the comments.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be an asshole to everybody, but like Glenn said, if you're going to make comments like that, then you're the one being an asshole. Excuse my language, but
Don't excuse mine.
yeah, you're lucky Glenn didn't get on here and rip a new hole. But
I usually try to tell people what I think.
But for all of you who are so supportive on this channel, you give us so many kind comments, and we just want to thank you guys all so much. You guys mean the world to us. You're our support system. Anything?
The support people override the negative people
Yep.
1,000,000 to 1.
Yeah. And that's why I wasn't going to talk about those comments. And I don't really talk about those comments because I don't want to give them the satisfaction of the time. But it's talked about, it's done, and that's
Ask
it.
them if there's a different name nowadays for disabled.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what the woman said. It's not called disabled anymore.
Yeah, she said people don't use disability anymore. I don't know. But nonetheless, snowflakes got big outside. Really super big. It's beautiful. And but I hope it doesn't accumulate. So, all right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to finish doing what I'm doing here. And thank you all so much from the bottom of our hearts for being so supportive for us, to us. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.